Right. In today's episode 5, hashtag AskChris8, we're talking job resumes, we're talking value, and what you're worth.
And I'm not talking this video.
Welcome back to another episode. Hashtag Ask Chris. We're on episode
That's not the hashtag.
5 today.
This is not the hashtag.
Hashtag Ask Chris8.
Jeez. Don't ask Chris out there. Ask Chris8.
Ask Chris8. Don't forget the last name. Too.
Episode 5 coming at you. This is Tuesday, I think. Right?
Man.
Yeah, we don't know what date it is, man. We're just always working. Yeah. Episode 5 coming at you Tuesday. Welcome. We got a bunch of questions. Let's just jump into them right now.
Jump into them. Let's start with number 1, man. Krista Van Dyke has a question. Hi, Chris. I just recently moved out to Cali, and I've been putting in job applications almost daily. For the last 2 weeks, I put in 23 job applications, which is a very long process. Just wondering if you had any tips on resumes or what you look for.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for the question, Krista. By the way, too, I don't know what part of California you're going to be in, but I'm actually going to be in California November 16th, I think the second weekend. Actually going to be in San Francisco, right out there in Silicon Valley, Tech Central. I'm going to go meet up with some ex-Google employees and be at a mobile marketing conference. So if anybody's out there in San Fran wants to link up, let me know. You're going too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brand's going too. So
I'll be there.
And actually, too, we're actually going to be doing the video through that, so that's going to be kind of fun to do that too. Yeah, so looking at the question for resumes, so we're actually going through this process right now. We're hiring a ton of different people in our company, and I mean, pretty much as the business owner, like what I'll look for is I will look for goals. For example, I will look for, somebody, like, what's your ambition? What are your dreams? Because I don't want somebody who's going to come in and just go through the motions, right? I don't want somebody who's going to come in and just be pissed off, they hate their job, they don't want to do what they want to do, right? If there's people like that, I don't want them in the organization. And Brandon can tell you firsthand from that. We want to find people where there's a direct fit. I mean, you put in 23, that's a long process, but honestly, you have to find the one that's going to really be a fit for you. So what I would recommend too is upping your networking game. I'm huge on networking and just meeting people. I'm big on social media. I like reaching out to people. I myself have got tons of opportunities for jobs and partnerships and whatever, just from social media, just from blasting out, what I think, what my personality is, what I'm looking for. And also I would say, part of the interview process, just be genuine. Don't be nervous. I know it's kind of hard for me to say don't be nervous when I've had 400 meetings with business owners. I'm kind of numb to that, but what I'm saying is don't be nervous when you go into it, because people can kind of just be yourself, be genuine, be yourself.
And I think you'd agree. you'd agree. So a resume is important, but I think the interview process itself is even more important. Like you said, come in with a vision, come in with goals, come in that's gonna wow the interviewer, not just a piece of paper. Sure, the resume gets you in front of the interviewer.
Sometimes though.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes, not even all the time. But
No.
your personality and really showing them how motivated you are, how goal-driven, what's gonna make you stand out just from what's on that piece of paper, that's what's gonna get you hired.
Yeah, no, another thing too to go on that, one more last thing that I want to wrap this up with is be super persistent. Everybody in this world is in the job of sales. You are selling yourself, yourself as a brand. If you're going to the coffee shop, you're selling yourself as a good customer, as a different customer. You're always selling. And also, nobody's entitled. Just because, let's say if I send my resume out, I am not entitled to get a call back. But if you're persistent and you show them why they should call you back, then you're gonna get it. So what you have to do, if you wanna succeed in business, if you wanna succeed in life, you have to put out more value than what you're getting back in. What does that mean? You have to be super persistent. You have to work very hard. It's all the things nobody wants to hear, but it's the simple truth. So, I mean, seriously, like, what I would recommend, the next steps is put out 30 more resumes. And also find your passion, find the company that you want to work for, find people on LinkedIn who are in that organization, direct message them and say, hey, what is it going to take for me to get interviewed? Do you know this person? This is who I am. I really want to work for your company. I think I could add massive value. And that's part of the thing, what I said from the start, is you have to find what you're passionate about and you have to love going into work every single day.
Boom.
Done.
Done. Michael Cordero, next question. How did you build the confidence to state that value in your negotiations with new clients?
So confidence with value?
Confidence with value when negotiating.
Okay,
with clients.
I mean, you can talk about this one. You want to start this one off? I mean, you do. I mean, your confidence has went through the roof, right?
It did.
Since your confidence was so low, and then you just built and built. No offense, man, but it's true.
My
It's the
confidence,
truth.
my confidence definitely built. It took experience, I honestly, to get my confidence and really finding the value in what I did. Really learning the product that we sell, the services we provide, and really learning how what we do can honestly help any business, any small, large business, no matter what scale, how our product and services can benefit that business. So kind of just piggybacking off the last question, you really have to notice that worth. And once you see the worth in yourself and your job, if you're in sales, if you're an accountant, whatever you're doing, once you've realized the value, that's gonna build confidence.
Is it hard to like?
It
do
is.
this?
It's fuzzy, man.
It's got there's like a pop-up overlay, so we can't see anything we're recording. We're just doing it. So maybe it's better for you. You can't see it, so it's more natural. But yeah. So
Yeah, right.
so what's the confidence like? How are you confident to go in front of somebody and pitch them something? Well, do you believe in it? That's simple. Confidence comes from belief. Because think about if you're arguing with someone, right? And you're so confident in what you're saying is right, you just keep arguing, and that means your confidence is high because you're willing to argue. Now, if somebody's arguing with you and you're not kind of like arguing back or trying to prove your point, that's because you're not confident in the statement that you're saying. So that means that either a couple things are going on. Number one, you fully don't believe in your product, right? If you're selling at a low price point, that means that you seriously don't believe in the company you're working for. That means you don't believe in the product. You don't believe it's going to show value. Because with the products and services that we offer in our company, I will go in front of a business owner. Look, we just did a case study. This business owner did mobile ordering with their app, and they generated over $120,000 in revenue. Is that not worth $50,000 to the business owner to see that 100% increase? Almost times 3, right? So you have to be valuable. And how do you build that confidence? You have to track results, measure your results. So get a couple clients, right? Work with them, and hopefully you really believe in your product and service, and then track that and see how well that does for them. And if it doesn't do well for them, go back to the drawing board, then figure it out, and then find the very few that it does really help out, and then that's gonna help build your confidence. Then you're gonna be like, man, like, dude, this really works. You know, like when I looked at those numbers, I was like, I think we should be pitching at $20,000. Seriously, like if a business is gonna make $100,000 and it also saved 12 weeks of employee labor. Literally, it saved them phone calls of one employee being on the phone for 40 hours a week for 12 weeks straight, just literally 5-minute calls. How much is that worth to the business owner if you had to pay them minimum wage times 12 weeks, right? Even saving them on taxes. It's a game changer. So you just have to believe in the product. Like, that's pretty much it, right? Believe in the product, that's going to build your confidence.
Mhm.
Simple, right? Simple. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
What we got next?
We got a follow-up by Mike Cordero. Number 2, what was it like when you realized your product was worth over 10 grand? Kind of just spoke on that.
I did actually, and I didn't mean to. When did I realize? Back to the case study, man. Tracking the results, finding out that, wow, we helped generate that much revenue. Because I actually did like a little rant video yesterday about advertisers and about selling your product, right? For example, like people who are selling billboards and they're selling magazines, I talk to people in that industry and they're like, yeah, I think there's a more valuable way they could spend their money. And they're selling it because it's just a job to them and they fully don't believe in it. So they're literally taking clients' money. They know it's not working, but they still need a job and they're not passionate. So those people are miserable, and I know a lot of them. I talk to a lot of them. So how do you know if it's worth 10 grand? For me, it doesn't matter about the number. It's not like, what do you mean 10 grand, 15? How do you justify that? Who cares? For me, what it is you should honestly have a passion of helping that business make more money. So if you sell it for 1,000, in my mind, they should make at least 2,000, right? If you sell it for 10,000, then they should somehow make 20,000. So that's how I would justify it and I would build it. And again, it's back to the case studies, it's back to believing in the product. And that's really how you're gonna see great results. Trust me, once you really help out like a client or a customer and you show them how to make money and you just become so valuable. Back to the
I think that's when I got
resumes.
my confidence, yeah.
Yeah.
When I started getting
Which
my
one?
first sales.
You remember the
the
exact
first one. The first one was Lee Hayward.
No, wait, no, when you built confidence though, like the highest one. When you switched.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw my price points increase once I built the confidence. The confidence came again with actually knowing the value in our product. Like you said, if you don't know the value of what you're worth, you're going to have low confidence. If you're in sales, you're going to be selling at a low price point.
Yep.
But once you can see what your product is going to make that business owner and how much that business owner is going to value your product, your services, then obviously it's worth more. It's worth more to the business owner if they're going to make more money off of it.
Yeah. That's it. It's simple. I know a lot of these things, hopefully we give you some good content, some different spins on it, and hopefully that kind of clears it up. But I'll be really honest with you. So we've been running this company for going over 4 years now, and starting it up and scaling it. And I mean, me and Brandon combined have met with like 600 plus business owners in the course of our time. He probably has about half of the meetings that I had, just because I have a couple more years on him. But when it comes down to it, like when I'm really analyzing the data and like everything that we've done, it's really simple. It just comes down to like simple concepts. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, do you believe in your product? Do you believe in the value that you're adding? Are you confident in it? And there's no real secret way, to like build confidence. It's simply, do you believe in it? If you don't believe in it, why don't you believe in it? And start asking yourself those questions and dig deeper into like your psyche and like actually how you think. Well, I don't believe in it because of this and this. Okay, well then fine. Then if you're at a job and you're doing that, and I'll tell you this tip right now is my last tip I'm gonna close on. If you're somewhere like there that they're not providing value, or they're just in it for maybe money or different causes, I would say leave that organization if you don't believe in it, because you should truly try to add a lot of value to anything you do and everybody you do. That's the reason we're making these videos, is to add value to people and kind of give back and help out people with their questions like this, right? Like, how do I send in my resume, or how do I increase my value and confidence? So provide a lot of value in life, and you're gonna see that reciprocated tenfold. It's gonna come back to you in so many ways. So that's what I got. Episode 5. What you guys think? Hashtag Ask Chris. Hey, keep the questions coming. I like it. Brain, how you feeling now?
Good, man.
Tuesday?
Passionate. What's the summary? Be passionate, value, show your worth. 3 tips for the day.
Yep. Go Michigan State.
Go blue.
All right, guys.
Still.
We'll see you in episode 6.